In our lesson today, we're going to paint a rainbow popsicle inspired by Sarah Graham. Let's get started. To draw our rainbow popsicle, we're going to need a pencil. You may need a sharpener and an eraser as well. And then I'm going to use watercolours, but you can use any paints or colours that you have, and a brush. Let's get started. So first of all, I'm going to sketch out my popsicle. So I'm going to draw the main shapes first. So I can do two lines down the sides. I'm just going to draw them by hand and not use a ruler. It doesn't matter if your lines are not perfect. Then a slightly curved line at the top. And then if you want to be a little bit more advanced, you can show the popsicle going off into the distance to make it look 3D. And as I say, we don't need the lines to be perfectly straight because it's an ice lolly. Don't move. Sorry, Otto is laying on my drawing. Then you need to draw the popsicle stick. So I do two lines straight down again for the popsicle stick, and it's curved at the top. Then my popsicle is sat in a puddle of melted ice, and so this is just going to be a kind of swirly patch. Okay. Now I'm ready for my rainbow lines. And so I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lines, because I'm going to try and graduate my colours a little. So if you want to just do the traditional rainbow, you can, which would mean you'd need 6 lines for the 7 colours. Okay, now I'm ready to paint. I'm going to use watercolours. So I'll dip my brush in the water to wet my brush. Then I'm going to start with an indigo kind of colour at the top. And I'm painting up to the line. And I'm keeping my colours quite thin because it's an ice lolly and it would be slightly transparent. And I'm going to go with blue, but a dark blue. And you can blend your colours together if you want. And I'll have a lighter blue and turquoise. So for the turquoise you need to mix a light blue with a bit of yellow. And then green. And I'm keeping my colours quite loose using the watercolours. So I want them to look quite watery and icy. And I'm ready for yellow. And for this painting I don't mind if the colours run into each other slightly. And then I'm going to go for a light orange. So an orange yellow. And then a darker orange. And then a red. And then I've got the red pooling down at the bottom. Just added a touch of purple into my red to make it a little bit darker near the bottom of the ice lolly. I think I need to move Otto away from my painting so that I can finish it off. For the handle, I need a very light beige colour. I'll mix a bit of orange with a little tiny little bit of blue and a bit of white. And then I'll add more water to spread the paint. I think I just need to tidy up the edges of my painting a little. So I can use the paint a little bit thicker, or you could let it dry and you could use a pencil crayon if you like. But I'm just making those outlines and shadows stand out a little bit more. I'm using the very tip of my brush and the paint a little bit thicker just to outline. Just tidy that up a little bit where Otto's been laying on it. If you wanted to give it a shine, you could then work into your painting with a little hint of white, or you could leave some areas white just to make it look lighter and show the reflection from the ice. And you could add some shadow on the other side using blue, a dark blue, just to give it a little bit more form. And you can do the same at the bottom of your lolly, so I'm adding a touch of purple just to show where the bottom of the ice lolly would be. Add more blue to make it darker. You could also try to paint in the popsicle stick into the ice lolly. So you can just add some of that beige on top of your other colours to hint at there being a stick inside there. And I've done it slightly off centre because you would get the refraction of light. And I'm just blending it in. So leaving the line there on one side but blending it in on the other so that you can only just see it.